To all the pioneers of women's soccer at Michigan State, thank you for coming back to campus in March and sharing your story with us.
When we got here, there wasn't women's soccer at all. The fall of '78, we went to the IM meeting to get a team signed up, and they said, "You do know this is for soccer?" And we're like, "Yes." It's men's IM. We're like, "Yes," but we want to play.
We played for the fun of it. I mean, we love soccer and we like to play.
When it became aware that there was a group of gals that wanted to play together, 53 people ended up playing, and it was 2 full squads. And so when I showed up, there was a lot of players, but at a lot of different levels. Things started to weed themselves out, and the core group really came down to the players that really wanted to be a part of it for the long haul.
The spirit, the commitment, and then of course if you see them do things that they didn't know how to do before, and they get so excited, that was a great sense of satisfaction. But it was also a big honor that they asked me to do this. I realized very quickly that this is an extraordinarily talented group of girls. We weightlifted in the winter at 7 o'clock in the morning because that's the only time we could get into a weight room. They all showed up.
This was not just a come if you want to come, despite the fact we were a club. This was you're all in or you're not in it all.
Thank you for all your hard work and dedication through all the struggles that you endured to elevate women's soccer at Michigan State.
My upperclassmen had already been imploring the athletic department to provide them with what is the process to elevate from club to varsity, and what is it that we need to accomplish in order to get that.
So the first thing they said was, well, will there be feeder schools? Will there be students coming through? And so we did a huge research project and got students from all over the country who sent their letters in of showing interest.
And maybe you had 2 roles in that. One was obviously to back up the girls in their attempts, and there were a lot of frustrations at times. But then they were, go back, don't get turned down. And my other role, I think, was the more I can make you winners, the harder it's going to be for them to say no. Because you cannot deny a team that has one of the best records. And we played a lot of varsity teams.
When you play a sport, perseverance is just a part of that chemistry. And every time we were given more obstacles and more criteria to meet, we were undeterred.
They said, now you need to host a Big Ten tournament and win it. And we got Big Ten teams to come here. It was October of 1984. It snowed. Michael Tout, our coach, shoveled the field, the lines, and he got a red ball, and we won it. We won 1-0. But then they said, well, we still don't recommend it because they're not revenue generating. And so we decided, well, we've done everything the Athletic Council has asked us to do. Now what we're going to do is try at a different venue.
That would be the Board of Trustees for the entire university. So we knew that there was a 5-minute public comment period for students to make their case. One of the things we did is we petitioned our fellow Michigan State University student population and got signatures for people that supported the idea that MSU should have a women's varsity soccer program. So we had thousands of signatures.
And Julie Stahesky and I came in our power suits. We had the team line up in uniform on the back side of the Board of Trustees table. We spoke to Cecil Mackey, who was president at the time, and the whole board.
Annie and I rehearsed our 5 minutes. We had it down to the second. We had very specific points that we needed to make in a very short period of time. It was quiet. You could have heard a pin drop when we were done.
And they were ready to move on to the next agenda item, but a gentleman to President Mackey's left said, I just want to comment that that's the most professional student comment period we've ever had.
It wasn't until later that spring semester that the announcement was made that the university had finally decided that yes, it was in their best interest to promote women's soccer club to women's varsity soccer with all the full support behind it.
It was a group effort. We all believed in the same thing. We were talented, we were convicted, and we were passionate.
To get Michigan State University to embrace the future of soccer in the way they did, I think that was really forward thinking, and I am so grateful again for that opportunity.
It takes a while for people to kind of jump on board and recognize it, and I'm thrilled that they did.
Yeah.
It was just after Nancy and I graduated.
Yeah.
So
This group worked really hard as club soccer players to help this become a varsity sport. It's not just initial efforts, but continued efforts to continue to have conversations about the ongoing fight for Title IX and equality in all walks of life.
So what does it mean to me? It means the absolute world to me. I've been emotional all day.
As we celebrate our successes, we thank you for creating the opportunities we now enjoy.
A program record crowd sees Michigan State beat Michigan.
Thank you for making Michigan State a better place.